So let's talk about justice for Refilwe Mofokeng for a minute. Now on the 17th of December, 5 teenagers, all aged 17, were accused of gang raping Refilwe Mofokeng, who's a 15-year-old minor. Later on, these people were dropped to 3, and there was 3 suspects instead of 5. Now the 3 suspects were Jerome, Flaco, and Sean. So I'm not sure whose face matches the name because everyone just wiped their social media, so it's not clear who is who, but these 3 are the main suspects, or were the main suspects at the time. So apparently they were at a guest house, but this was later debunked, and it turns out they were at the victim's residence. So they were at Refilwe's residence, her estate. Turns out Refilwe was drinking with her friends, or they were having some sort of party at the time, probably around the 16th of December. People were braaiing and everything, so apparently she had access to alcohol with her friends, and these guys were invited, or they showed up. The details were not clear about how they ended up at the party, but they did end up there, and they all drank. So at the time they were all drunk when this happened, and this led to Jerome and Sean. So Jerome and Sean claimed they took her to a room, and that's when Refilwe gave Jerome head. The only one who actually got to penetrate or have actual sex with her was Sean.
Sean smashed her.
Yeah,
Okay.
knowing that she was like on a period. But and at that time I wasn't there. So at that time I wasn't even there. Yeah. Hold on, let me continue. I were start walking after all of that. We start walking back. We talk to her. Sean is like, that threesome was crazy. She's like, yo, please don't say nothing to nobody. I'm like, why are you walking funny? She's like, I'm not walking funny. You guys are walking funny. And she's like, I'm sober now. I'm sober. We walk to the house. We find these niggas there. They chilling.
Now they claim that Refilwe was okay with it even though she was intoxicated, and that she only brought up rape allegations after the fact, and it was only because she was embarrassed of what happened. And Sean even tried to expose her in a later video he did, where he claimed that she slept with every one of his guy friends.
She literally came to the whole friend group chowing him and I, as well as him. Boy, how did you do?
And despite their defense of the situations that happened, they still went out of their way to go to social media and apologize to the victims. On an Instagram story, Sean sent this message: "To be honest, me, Flaco, Jerome, sincerely apologize for anything we've done to you. Well, I want to make amends because how things are coming about. All we need to do now is talk all this out. You all young at the end of the day. Please find a place in your heart to forgive us. I know you in pain and hurt, and you embarrassed as well. And please send this apology across to your family. Women really deserve power and justice, but not like this. I'm being threatened and asked to leave my house late at night. Talk less of the allegations. Well, I'm sorry guys, we didn't mean to." Now this was the apology that he did on his Instagram before he wiped everything, and they went on to try and talk to Thando, who's a content creator that they somehow know through a friend of a friend, and they were able to at least try and defend themselves. Now several leaks followed this, and one of them was a voice recording of them talking about how they should have her after they did the deed.
It's against us boys. You know how it's gonna be. Yeah. Is the victim, and we are the what? You have a shooter next to you, bro. Let's just plan a hit on that hand and kill her one time. You know, just take off the guy. That's really built up a fucking 4x5. You know, 4x5. Oh my god, that fucking big as butt.
So this was followed by leaks of WhatsApp messages between Sean and Jerome where they were talking about the situation, and this is how it went. Now it starts off by a person saying, "Don't care boy." Then he got sent a picture that was timed, then responded, "Cause if she starts to remember what happened, you're gonna be in ship." So I guess he meant shit. "Bruh, she was drunk bruh. I was wearing a strap. You gents don't think, how can you fuck a drunk hun without her consent?" And then it skipped over a couple of messages and then says, "Found out what? That you hit. She doesn't know? Question mark. Bruh, she was gone." And it skips again, says, "Good boy, when I just stick to B. Ayo Flaco, kuzu Jerome." Of course, jail is a real thing. "Boy, Fifi said she once said how. Manje." And then Jerome says, "She came to him. I get, there's nothing I can do, get. I'd stay safe though." And that was the end of the conversation. And as you can see from the picture, this was Jerome who was responding, and the guy sending the messages, I'm just assuming it's Flacco and not Sean because of the way they were talking. And not long after this, Refilwe's sister started getting into the picture and she tried to confront the boys. I don't know how she got to find the location or how they met up, but she found them in a minivan, and well, to be fair, she beat the shit out of them.
I want that one. You see that one? The black and yellow. You see that one? I want you.
While all this was happening, Sean decided to go live to broadcast his point of view in all this.
Can you get out? Can you get out? Can you get out, bro? Can you get out, bro? Bro, what did I do to you, bro? I didn't fucking do shit to you, bro. You know this, bro. Look at this, bro. Look at this. Get it. Get it. Yo, this man, yo, boy, like, what the hell? What the hell? No, you're never gonna break that glass. Let them, boy. Let them, boy. Bro, we getting beat up. What the fuck?
They then drove off, but not until they got caught up again and were videotaped just around the area, just outside the minivan.
So famous, right? Tell them you rapist.
Fucking rapist.
You rapist.
Now police were informed and a case was opened against them, and there was a manhunt for 3 of them, including Flacco. So they were hiding for a bit and not doing a very good job at it, to be honest, because they were going live and discussing things they should have left to the courtroom, until eventually they turned themselves in or they got caught. And amazingly, during this time, Refilwe's sister started an entire movement around this thing. She even made accounts on Instagram, TikTok, and she made this a very large movement that reached even as far as America.
15-year-old girl was gang raped by 3 boys in South Africa.
She had a lot of people in South Africa rallying behind her and her story and her sister's story, but that didn't stop a couple of people to try and fight her or fight her accusations against the boys, mainly against Flacco, because a lot of people did believe Flacco was innocent. And she even posted these messages that she had with people who were attacking her online. And on the day the trial was set, she organized a peaceful protest outside the police station so that justice could be done. But later on that day, Flacco was released and the charges against him were dropped, while the charges against Sean and Jerome were still being investigated up until 28th of December. So this will all depend on Refilwe's evidence and the evidence of the defense and how this is all structured and viewed, because this was a very messy thing. It's a very messy case. There's a lot of conflicting evidence. It was first reported that there were 5 people who did the gang rape, and now it's been found out that only one person did any penetration, while the other one got hit and the other one was not even in the area. So I think this is gonna disrupt the case, and I don't think justice will be served if the allegations are true.